Hello everyone, let us solve the following. A solid is in the form of a right circular cylinder with a hemisphere one end and a cone at the other end. The radius of the common base is 8 centimeters and the heights of the cylindrical and conical portions are 10 centimeters and 6 centimeters respectively. Find the total surface area of the solid. Okay, we have to take the pi value as 3.14. Okay, here the problem seems very lengthy, but when we go through the problem, it is very easy. When we are able to imagine the shape of the solid, it becomes very easy for us to solve. Okay, what is given here? There is a solid shape. So the solid shape is in the form of a right circular cylinder. One side right circular cone is there and the other side a hemisphere is there. Okay, let us imagine the shape. The shape will be like this. Okay, the solid is in the form of a right circular cylinder. Okay, one side cone and one side is hemisphere. So we need to find the total surface area of this particular solid shape, right? And what is given, some required measurements are there. What are given here? The radius of the common base, that means here and here common base radius is nothing but r is equal to 8 centimeters. This is common, right? And what is given here? The height of the cylindrical and conical portions are 10 centimeters and 6 centimeters respectively. That means the height of the cylinder is 10 centimeters and the height of the cone is 6 centimeters. Okay, only this information is given. We need to find the total surface area of this particular solid shape. Okay, when we are able to find the surface area of the cone, when we are able to find the surface area of the hemisphere as well as the surface area of the cylinder, just adding the three, we will get the total surface area, right? So first we need to find the surface areas of those individual shapes first, then it is easy for us to find total, right? Yes, just keep this picture in our, we have to keep this picture in our mind. Okay, the solid shape, this is in the form of a cylinder and one side cone and one side is hemisphere. Common radius is 8 centimeters only. Height of the cylinder is given and height of the cone is given, right? Yes. Now, we know the formulas for surface area of the hemisphere is 2 pi r square. Okay. And surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r h. And surface area of the cone is pi r l. If we take these formulas for surface area of the hemisphere 2 pi r square, radius of the base, it is given. So we can find it easily. And surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r h. We know the radius as well as we know the height of the cylinder. Yes, we can find. But surface area of the cone is pi r l, where l is the slant height of the cone. But in the given problem, the slant height of the cone is not given. Only the height of the cone is given. Right? So, we need to get the slant height of the cone to find the surface area of the cone. Once when we are able to find the surface area of the cone, it is easy for us to find the total surface area of that particular solid shape. Okay, and what should we use here? When we take this slant height, uh, when we take this slant height, this is the slant height. Okay, so to find this slant height, we know the height and we know the radius. Yes or no? To find the slant height of a cone, we have the formula. We use Pythagoras theorem, right? To find the slant height of the cone, what do we use? L square is equal to R square plus H square. Okay, because in the right circular cone, the slant height and the radius of the cone as well as the height of the cone, when we take that particular shape, it will be in the form of a right angle triangle. As we are able to apply the Pythagoras theorem, it is easy for us to find out the slant height of the cone also. Okay, how do we get the slant height of the cone? L square is equal to R square plus H square. R value we know as well as H value we know. R is nothing but the radius of the base, H is nothing but the height of the cone. Okay, now we are substituting the values to find the slant height. Right, so slant height is equal to L square is equal to R square plus H square. Right, so I am just substituting the values. So L is equal to root of R square plus H square. These are all the simple formulas that we can apply. Right, so 6 square is 36, 8 square is 64. So totally L is equal to root of 100, that is equal to 10 centimeters. So we are able to find the slant height of the cone by using Pythagoras theorem, as slant height becomes the hypotenuse and height becomes one side and the radius becomes one side in that particular right angled structure in that particular cone. Okay, so as we are able to find the slant height, now what can we do? We are able to find the surface areas of different structures that are given. One is hemisphere and one is cone and one is cylinder. One by one we are able to find. Let us find out the areas of different shapes one by one. Right here, so surface area of the hemisphere, just we are finding out. So surface area of the hemisphere is equal to 2 pi r square. Pi value we know pretty well. Okay, 2 into 3.14 into 8 into 8. Okay, r is 8 centimeters, that we know. Right, so after simplification, how much did we get? So after simplification, we got the surface area of the hemisphere as 401.992 square centimeters. Okay, just I applied the formula, I used the formula 2 pi r square. Okay, right. Now, surface area of the cylinder. Surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r h. Pi value we know, r value is the radius it is given, h value is the height of the cylinder it is given. So just I am substituting the values here. 2 into pi into r into h. So after simplifying all these things, how much do we get? 502.4 square centimeters. Okay. Right. Now we need to find the surface area of the cone. Right. Surface area of the cone is pi r l. Okay. So pi r l. L value we have found it out by using height and the radius of that particular cone. We have found the slant height of the cone as 10 centimeters. Okay, so we are just substituting those two values here, pi into r into l. So how much did we get? To 251.2 centimeters square or square centimeters. So in the solid shape, how is the solid shape? The solid shape is nothing but it is the combination of three different shapes. Okay, what are they? A cylinder having the height of 10 centimeters and radius 8 centimeters, and a cone having a slant height of 10 centimeters and radius 8 centimeters, and a hemisphere having the radius of 8 centimeters. Okay, so all three areas we have found it. Okay, cylinder surface area we are able to find, cone surface area we are able to find. Now the surface area of the hemisphere also we are able to find. Now it is very simple. What is that? Just we need to add all those three surface areas. That's it, simple. Okay, so just we have added all the surface areas, three surface areas. That means the surface area of the hemisphere that we got as 401.92 square centimeters, surface area of the cylinder as 502.4 square centimeters, and surface area of the cone as 251.2 square centimeters. Just add simply. Okay, so when we add the surface areas for three different shapes, so how much did we get? 1155.52 square centimeters. What is this? It is nothing but the total surface area of the solid shape. It is the solid shape. Okay, so the total surface area of the solid shape is 1155.52 square centimeters. The problem is very simple. We are able to find the surface areas of the hemisphere and the cylinder with the information given in the problem itself. Just we need to find the slant height of the cone. Okay, so it is also very simple because we know the slant height of this cone we get by using Pythagoras theorem, right? So L square is equal to R square plus H square. When we are able to remember this formula and when we are able to draw the shape given as given in the problem, it is very easy for us to find out the what is that what the required thing which is asked. One more point we need to remember is the unit should be uniform. Here all the units are given in centimeters, so finally we are able to find the area also in square centimeters. If any units are differently given, we need to focus on that particular point also. Particularly for this problem, there is no change of units also. They are given in centimeters. Just it is easy for us to find the surface area in square centimeters. Okay, right? I think you have understood. Okay, thank you. But don't forget to subscribe.